So I was watching a true crime video today on YouTube that just like, first of all, I can't even say my heart shattered. I don't know, like something just like, it's indescribable. But at the same time, I'm just so grateful that I never ended up getting pregnant by all of like any of the toxic people I ended up in a relationship with before, and that I've been single this whole entire time as I'm like healing, and that I chose celibacy until I know I'm in a safe, committed relationship, aka marriage, to a person that I know I should be marrying with every inch of my body. Astrologically, girls, if you're hearing like that you're screwed, or you're feeling like you're screwed, or just in general, any of y'all out there that are feeling like you're screwed when it comes to relationships, you are so fucking lucky. If you're single and you don't have any kids with any toxic asshole, the things that people go through is just like it's unspeakable. Like I don't even have words for it. And I'm just extremely grateful that I'm in a place in my life where I'm like fully like out of those kinds of patterns that kept residing in me to keep choosing people that were the wrong people for me, that were toxic and treated me like shit. Oh my gosh. And sometimes you could be fooled. I know that. I know that. If you got fooled, or if whatever the case is, I'm not judging you, but please leave them and do it fast without them even like being aware. I just saw a video of a woman who's like, my husband doesn't even know that I'm leaving him. I'm playing nice and I'm disappearing because because of the way he screamed at her. And she must have had her reasons for that. And I'm all there. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. It's incredible. Do take your time until that toxic pattern is out of you. Until you stop begging people to like you, to love you, to want to be with you. Please understand that you do not need to do that when the person is meant for you. And I know it's easier said than done, especially for those of us who have Saturn related seventh houses, the nodes related to the first and seventh axis. And in Vedic astrology, divisional charts matter. Okay, they do count too. So your D9 chart, where are the nodes and what's in that? What's in that seventh house, and or where is that depositor? Okay. Yeah, you're going to go through some shit. So just be very grateful that nothing came out of it, because that's even worse. And I don't want to put anyone down that has children with somebody who was an asshole or horrible person or anything like that. Every child is a blessing. I'm just saying, generally speaking, as somebody who didn't end up in that predicament, and God willing won't, I just got reminded of how lucky I am. With all this narrative about childless women and stuff, like it's just, I needed that to see the biggest picture and to be grateful for where I am actually now, that I really do understand to stay away from that, like on a level that I wasn't able to get myself away from before. And I don't think it really happened for me until I finally realized that the only place I need to find my confidence and self-worth is from God. You know, and I think that's really where it needs to start for us to really start to like really be strong and confident within ourselves, and have the self-respect we need to choose relationships that are fitting of that and only that, and have zero tolerance for any other kind of behavior from others, right? Because we all have our faults, we all have our downfalls. Nobody's perfect, and the further away we stray from God and understanding that we're unconditionally loved and that we're allowed to be human and that God still loves us and that we're still worthy of good things and being treated well with human decency and all of that, when we stray away from that, we on some level believe we deserve to be treated in whatever way because yada 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 yada. Especially if you were raised in a very toxic environment, most of the time that is the case, right? It's the lack of self-worth, the lack of confidence that leads us to continuously be abused throughout the rest of our lives. And really the only way out is God. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be super religious or whatever the case is, like just whatever actually serves you, that actually brings you life and joy and well-being in your life. If something does the opposite of that, it's probably not for you. I'm a Christian, but I'm not an Orthodox Christian by any means. Obviously, I'm into astrology. I think for myself, I don't take the Bible extremely seriously whatsoever because I know it's been rewritten, and God knows how translated. And I know from the deepest part of my soul that all things have been infiltrated to get people to be a cog, basically. And it's in everything. It's from astrology to all of the religions in the world. There's indoctrination to make you a cog and make you disconnected from God. So there's all of that. Anyway, everything happens in divine time, okay? And don't let anyone make you feel bad about not being a mom at an older age, or being a mom at an older age, or not being a mom at all. Okay? Your life doesn't stop at that and doesn't end at that. It's a very disgusting viewpoint that a lot of these people have in that Andrew Tate world when it comes to women. That's beyond sickening. And just because they believe that way, I know a lot of people call that the red pill society or the red pill thing, but it's not actually. It's another wrench in the gears. People look at being a conservative and a Republican as someone like that, and that's not true. Okay. That's not true. There are a lot of toxic people out there serving a purpose, if you know what I mean. So even here on social media, which I saw, and that's ugh. There's so many disgusting cults and brainwashing things to serve that purpose and agenda everywhere. It's insane. So think for yourself. I just did a video about the age of Aquarius and the importance of thinking critically and thinking for yourself too. Okay? And find your strength in God. No one else. Your confidence in God. Nothing else. Take time to spend time with God in prayer. And do things for your own well-being to make sure that you're feeling your best and living your happiest, healthiest life. And we're doing that with grace and kindness to ourselves. Knowing that we need to build habits. And those habits take time. Sometimes they take a very long time to develop. And sometimes we slide backwards. And that's, again, grace. Unconditional love and grace. You're loved unconditionally and you're enough unconditionally. Okay? I love you.